shout out his name.
I am making notes, Captain. And your name will go on the list.
Thought I might as well make some videos, even though I'm unwell, because I enjoy it. So that's the important thing. There's a lot of stuff going around the gaming sphere at the moment about a list of woke companies, semi-woke companies, and non-woke companies for various reasons and things that various people associated with those companies have done. But it's not going around where you think it would be going around, which is the more sort of woke sphere, the Twitterati and people like Evil Hat and so on. No, it's going around what could loosely be termed the other side of the whole debate, sort of warning people away from buying from these companies. And much laughter and derision is being directed at it by the Twitterati and the more woke side of things. But there's hypocrisy on both sides here.
And when we win the war, you will be brought to account.
You're right, what you like. You're not going to win this war.
Oh, yes, we are.
Oh, no, you're not.
Oh, yes, we are.
Boycotts and blacklists are bad. Why are they bad? They're bad because they're a form of censorship, and an extremely crude form of censorship. No, censorship doesn't have to come from a government. Go and read the ACLU definition, what is censorship, and you'll see that private censorship can be as much of a problem as public censorship, shall we call it. Boycotts, blacklists, things like this can take place without any government interference whatsoever, and government can even act through private bodies, as they have with Facebook and other social media, to get the private body, which isn't bound by any constitution or civil rights or anything, to enact censorship for them. This is increasingly happening in the US, it's happened a lot in Germany. That's kind of beside the point, but a lot of people seem to think that censorship is only censorship when it comes from the government, which isn't the case at all. So, boycotts are a form of censorship, and they are a crude form of censorship. Do you think everyone at every single one of these companies is a frothing ideologue whose sole purpose is to propagandize you? Even if the end product is pretty much propaganda, that's probably not true. Then there's the printer, the retailer, the middlemen, the shipping people, and you're punishing all of them for the transgressions of what is probably one or two people in a company. And really it does no particularly material harm to you for people to put out woke or non-woke or anti-woke games one way or the other. You don't have to play the motherfucker, right? It's that simple. You choosing individually not to buy it isn't censorship, that's you expressing your taste, and that's I suppose the free market, you might say. But you choosing to organise a boycott and to flag people up as bad actors or problematic or whatever from either side, that is a problem.
Your name will also go on the list. What is it?
Don't tell him, Pike.
Pike.
To the woke side of all this, for want of a better term, I would say this. You're in no position to criticise people for creating a blacklist of your products and your designers and so on, considering that you've been doing it for ages, for a very long time. I've been blacklisted. Still not entirely clear as to why, but I've been blacklisted. There are whisper networks. There are people who have been cut out of the industry on the basis of mere accusations, many of them. Barred from conventions on the basis of mere accusations, lots of them, and it goes on and on and on, and you share block lists on Twitter, and so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes. So if someone creates a list opposite to yours, I don't think you're in any position to find it hilarious, or to deride it, or to object to it, because in doing so you are tremendous, enormous hypocrites. And there's just no way around that. Plus, you're misrepresenting what people's objection to quote woke unquote material is. It's not necessarily the content, it's the propagandizing, it's the censorship that you engage in. To the non-woke side, I would say, I thought we were all agreed that censorship was bad and wrong and shouldn't be done. And that these kind of lists and whisper networks and things, these were all a bad thing that shouldn't be engaged in, that we were against them, right? So if you go and create your own and promulgate it, if you use your enemy's tactics, you are also enormous, massive hypocrites. Now, I understand they did it first, they did it longer, they did it harder. How about just not doing it? Not going down to their level? How about not doing that? And letting products stand or fall on their own merits, which is something that a lot of people have been saying on that side. Look, very few people in the gaming industry, I think, the tabletop gaming industry to be specific, have been as big a victim of cancel culture than me, I would say. Possibly excepting Zach Smith, perhaps. Right? Or as unjustly as I have been, considering my politics and everything else. But of course I would say that. But, you know, I'm still going to buy products from these people who have actively tried to censor me, get my products banned, have got me thrown off projects or not even considered for projects and so on. I'm going to buy the stuff because it's good. Or not, as the case may be, right? Even Evil Hat, who have gone out of their way to cause me problems, financially and otherwise, because I'm interested in the product. And to me, there's no more delicious revenge than writing something for someone else's open project that goes against everything that they claim to stand for. So, yeah, if I can suck it up and deal, then I'm sure you can. What I would suggest instead is a boycott. Instead of list of bad companies, just have the list of good companies, the ones that you like, the ones that you think have a more artful or allegorical approach in their material and a less propagandistic one. Do that. Ones who put gamers first, who don't hate their audience. So make a good boy list, not a bad boy list. And don't cut yourself off from stuff just because people are dicks, unless they do material harm. Like, I like Orson Scott Card's books. I am never buying them again so long as he is alive, because he channels money directly, harmfully, into anti-LGBT groups. So I can't in good conscience help him do that. But by and large, for most people, you can't point to any real material harm. Right? Okay. Take care, kids. Zang.